Hey pals, you might notice that I'm wearing the exact same outfit, the exact same shirt that I was wearing in my last video, and that's because I literally just filmed it. And I decided to keep it going because I'm in the mood to make videos now. I don't know when the next time I'll be in the mood to make videos is. Haha! Why am I like this? It's fine. I have a fun time. Anyways, so I'm doing the 36 questions in love. I did 1 and 2 in the last video. The questions were, would you want to be famous and why? And if you could invite any, would you want to be famous and in what way? And if you could invite anybody to dinner, who would it be? Okay, so those were 1 and 2. 2 and 1, the way I said them. Anyways, so I'm gonna do probably 3, 4, and 5 this time, because I looked over those questions and I feel like I can answer them now. I don't know. Anyways, question number 3. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say? Why? For me, yeah, I definitely, I rehearse what I'm gonna say before a telephone call. Sometimes I'll even, I don't just rehearse it, I'll type out what I want to say. Sometimes it's, I'll type out exactly what I want to say. Sometimes it's, I'll type out, bullet points of, what I want to say. I feel like the phone calls I rehearse for the most are the phone calls to my therapist, which is interesting. But important phone calls, unimportant phone calls, if, I know I'm gonna have a phone call soon, I'll be like, alright, they're gonna ask me this question, or I want to talk about this, and I'll practice saying it. But, it's not even just with phone calls that I practice what I'm gonna say. I'll practice 4 times in my head before I order my food. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in my head, that's what I'm doing, because I can't think of the correct words. But when I actually say them out loud, I'm all smooth, and it makes sense, because I've practiced. But yeah, I do that because I'm an anxious mess, and I don't want to, I don't want to trip over my words. I don't want to talk in circles. I don't want to make the same point 4 times. I don't want to say something and then say another thing that kind of contradicts what I said. I want to be able to be like, this is what I need to talk about, or this is what's going on, or blah, 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 blah. You know, I want to be organized in what I say, because it's just easier that way. Question number 4. What would constitute a perfect day for you? So I'm gonna answer this question in a few different ways. So one thing about it is that it says perfect in quotation marks. So I'm gonna say, what would be the absolute perfect day, and, perfect day unrealistically, it's not possible, but it would be fucking awesome, and then I'm gonna make, another answer that's, perfect day now, with how I'm living exactly as I am right now, and a perfect day 10 years in the future. So, a perfect day, completely unrealistically, would be, I have an unlimited amount of income and teleportation exists. So I would go to Los Angeles, no, not Los Angeles, Southern California. I would probably go to Long Beach, and I would go, and I would hang out on the beach, and I would have a flat chest. I would have had top surgery by this point. and I would hang out on the beach. I would probably surf or go tubing or something. And then I would teleport probably to New York City, because I've never been to any other country, so I don't know what exactly I would do in any other country, but I would probably teleport to New York City and have some awesome dinner, like lobster or shrimp. Shrimp's my favorite. Probably would have shrimp. And then I would see a Broadway musical, because that's the dream. Or like what? Oh, even better. In the morning, I would be in Long Beach. I would be hanging out with my family on the beach. And then I would teleport to New York City for my performance in a Broadway musical, where I would be like a lead, singing baritone or whatever. I don't know what my voice range is right now, but I would be the lead, and that would be really cool. And then what a perfect day would be for me right now, as it stands, I would wake up at 8 in the morning. I would go on a walk. That lasted about 30 to 40 minutes. I would come back and shower. Then I would read a book. What books do I have right now? I would probably delve into reading A Disability History of the United States, because I want to read that book, and I have that book, so it's just what I want to read next. And then I would probably Uber to the train station, at the MARTA station, and then I would take MARTA into Atlanta. I would hang out in Little Five Points. I would it would be a Tuesday. Actually, no, it would be this coming Tuesday. Okay. This coming Tuesday is July 10th. I'm probably not posting this very soon, so July 10th. A Tuesday. But then I would go further on MARTA, and I would end up at the Georgia Tech Barnes & Noble, and I would chill in the Starbucks there, and I would look around at books and probably buy a couple more books, and wait for my boyfriend to get out of class. And then I would go with my boyfriend. Like, I would hang out with my boyfriend while he does homework, and I would drink my Starbucks. I think it's a strawberry acai. I don't know how to pronounce it. Acai drink. Refresh drink, something from Starbucks. That would be what I would drink, because that shit's delicious. And it doesn't make me feel funky at all, like the drinks with cream and stuff do, which is usually what I go to. And then we would go to Piedmont Park in Atlanta, Midtown, and hang out with Rain Bros, go on a walk with them. And then we would go, because July 10th is his birthday, then we would go to dinner. I think currently our plan for his birthday is to go to Ted's in Atlanta, where they have like bison burgers, and they're really good. And like the burgers are like have a lot of stuff, and it's really good. And then we would go home, and he would live with me, or I would live with him, or we would live together, and that's gonna happen in the future, but it's not right now. But that would be the ideal. And then I'm only gonna answer question number 4, because I've made this answer way too long. And then my third part answer to that question of what would my ideal day like, what would constitute a perfect day for me, for a day in the future, 10 years in the future. Actually, I'm gonna make it 15 years because I think that'll be better because I want to add more details. So, 15 years in the future, I'm married to the love of my life. We live in a house in Atlanta, or a house somewhere else, maybe, like Colorado. I am a psychologist at this point. I've gotten my bachelor's degree, I've gotten my master's, I've gotten my doctorate. And I'm a psychologist specializing in probably LGBTQ healthcare, psyche, in youth, because that's where I want to focus. I want to help youth, because I want to be the person that I needed when I was a kid. And then I would, like, at this point, we would have kids, probably, because I really want kids. And I don't know if it would be, like, through surrogacy, or if it would be, adoption. So our kids would probably be, like, a year or two old at this point. And so I'd take my kids to daycare, or maybe I'd have the day off, or it's like a Sunday and me and my husband wake up in the morning and we go pick up our kid from his crib, and we're having breakfast, and we go on a walk, and we have a couple dogs and a cat, and it's just so peaceful. That's the dream. That would be a perfect day, and I dream about that future a lot. And it's easier to dream about a perfect day when I don't have as many details about, like, what my life is actually like. Because, like, dreaming about a perfect day today as my life stands, it's not as easy, I guess. But yeah, I think being married and having a kid or two and being a psychologist would be a really cool future. Married, love. Yeah, so that's my answer to questions 3 and 4 of the 36 questions in love. Maybe look at I'll put the link into the website in the description, and you can go look at that and answer the questions yourself, because I want to hear what you have to say, friends. I love you, bye.